The vibrato of your soul was doomed.
Double kill. Initiate retreat. Triple kill.
Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still losing games? Like you're picking solid heroes, playing your lane, getting kills, helping your team, and yet for some reason the rank just doesn't move. Maybe it even drops. You check the scoreboard, look at your stats, and it all looks fine, but the win just isn't there. Yeah, I've been through that. A lot of players have, especially in solo queue, where things can fall apart even if you play well, whether it's teammates tilting, poor rotations, or just games that feel out of your hands. In this video, we're going to talk about how to actually win more ranked games in Mobile Legends, not by depending on luck or waiting for good teammates, but by understanding how to play smarter and take control of the things that actually matter. Make sure to watch until the end, because at the end of this video, I'll give you one key mindset shift that most players never realize, and it could be the reason why you're not ranking up even when you're playing well. Roam with purpose, not emotion. You know, roaming is one of those things that a lot of players try to do because they saw someone else do it. Like they watched a pro player rotate early and get a kill, and now they think roaming is just about running around the map chasing action. But that's not it. Roaming has to come from understanding why you're moving. Like, did you just clear your wave and the enemy laner recalled? Okay, maybe now you can rotate mid and help out for a quick 2v1. But what I see a lot is players just walking away from lane randomly, not checking their wave, not looking at the enemy position, and not even pinging. They just go. And you know what happens? They miss gold, they miss XP, sometimes they even lose their turret. And the worst part is, their rotation didn't even do anything. No assist, no kill, no objective, just wasted time. That's the difference between emotional roaming and strategic roaming. Emotional roaming is like panic. You feel like something's happening, so you move. Strategic roaming is calculated. You know your lane is safe, you know where you're going, and you've got a reason to show up. And when you roam like that, you're not just moving, you're making a difference. Learn the art of zoning. Zoning is such a powerful concept, but barely anyone talks about it unless they're playing in tournaments. And honestly, that's why solo queue feels so chaotic sometimes. Zoning is what controls the tempo of team fights, especially around big objectives. When you zone properly, you're not engaging, you're denying. You're saying to the enemy, if you want to get near this lord or turtle, you have to go through me first. And they don't want that smoke. Let's say you're a tank or fighter like Fredrin or Glue. You stand in the bush, halfway between the enemy and the lord, and you just hold that line. You don't even need to use skills unless they commit. Your presence alone creates fear. It delays them. It splits them. Some go around, others hesitate, and suddenly your team has already chunked the lord to half HP while the enemy is still thinking about what to do. That's how you win fights without fighting. But it's not just for objectives. You can zone enemies away from their own tower while your team pushes. You can zone a squishy enemy jungler out of the bush near turtle so they don't get a chance to use their retribution. Good zoning doesn't show up in stats, but it wins games silently, and it makes your team look like they're always in control. Study your deaths more than your kills. You know what's hard to do after a tough match? Looking back at your own mistakes. But if you want to climb and really improve, it's something you have to learn. See, most players just move on after a bad game, blaming their team, the lag, the matchup, anything but themselves. But if you keep doing that, you stay stuck. Because your mistakes don't disappear just because you ignore them. Every time you die in game, it's a chance to learn. Ask yourself, what made that situation happen? Were you overconfident? Did you misjudge damage? Did you walk into a bush without vision? Was your team actually close? Or were you just hoping they would follow you? These questions matter. You could even record your games and rewatch them. I know it sounds like a lot, but even 1 or 2 replays can open your eyes to patterns. You'll realize you keep dying in the same spot on the map, or that you always dive after getting 1 kill and end up giving shutdown gold. Your kills feel good in the moment, but they don't teach you as much. Deaths, though, they're brutal, honest teachers, and the more you study them, the fewer mistakes you'll repeat. That's how you level up mentally, not just mechanically. Understanding power spikes. A huge part of winning in Mobile Legends isn't just knowing your hero, it's knowing when your hero shines. That's what we call a power spike. Every hero has one. Some heroes spike hard early, like Paquito, Hilda, or Franco. They're made to create pressure from level 1. Others like Beatrix, Eamon, or Lunox, they need items. They scale, and if you don't play according to your spike, you're just setting yourself up for failure. If you're playing a hero that needs farm and levels, don't go picking unnecessary fights early and feeding. Just hold your ground, play safe, clear waves, and wait. But if you're on an early game hero and you're not making plays, then you're wasting your window. It's not just about being aggressive, it's about knowing when you're strong and acting on it. Same with enemies. If you know the enemy has a power spike at level 4, you don't fight them pre-4 just because you feel confident. You respect it. You time your aggression around their cooldowns, their item spikes, their ultimates. It's all a rhythm, and the better you understand it, the easier it is to win fights, win lanes, and control the game from beginning to end. Before we move on to the next part, if you're enjoying this video, don't hesitate to subscribe. By the way, my name is Daniel, and I make Mobile Legends tips and tricks videos, plus gamer motivation content I also post every day between 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Don't force team fights without vision. This is something that loses more games than people realize. You get a few good kills early, your team's feeling hyped, and then suddenly someone just walks into a bush thinking, let's go, we're ahead. And boom, ambush. 4 enemies jump out, someone gets deleted instantly, and just like that, the other team gets momentum. Why? Because there was no vision, no info, no idea who was where. It's one of the most common mistakes in solo queue. People treat every fight like it's a gamble. Like they'll just see what happens. But that's not smart gameplay. You never fight blind unless you're forced to. If you don't know where at least 3 enemies are, you don't start anything. Because if your tank walks in alone and gets bursted, that's not checking, that's feeding. Proper vision isn't just about seeing, it's about choosing when not to fight. You gain so much control when you play with information. You can zone better, trap enemies, bait ultimates, or even just avoid danger. It's the difference between a good engage and a wipeout. So before you push into jungle or contest an objective, ask yourself, do I actually know where they are? So if there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Winning in ranked isn't just about mechanics or kills. It's about awareness, decision making, and staying sharp when the game gets messy. That one mindset shift, it's learning to focus on what you can control, your map sense, your rotations, your discipline, instead of blaming teammates or waiting for the perfect match. Because the truth is, players who climb don't win every game. They just understand every game. They take the lessons, they adjust, and they keep improving. And if you start thinking that way, you'll stop relying on luck and start building real consistency in your ranked journey. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you see the game a little differently. Stay calm, play smart, and I'll see you in the next one.
You destroyed a turret!
Staccato!
Your team destroyed a turret! Killing spree!